I love Kyoto. I think Kyoto is my favorite city in Japan. At least it evokes the strongest emotions for me. It's the most emotional city. It's the place where on all my previous trips to Japan, I've made an effort to spend at least a couple days in Kyoto. And every time it's time for me to leave, I keep wishing I had more time. And so this vacation, I made it a point to stay here for a considerable amount of time. I'm here for about a week. And so far, it absolutely has not disappointed. Kyoto is a really special city. From what I understand and from what I have experienced, it's that mixture and that juxtaposition specifically of really old, really quaint, historic, Edo period Japan mixed with high-tech, like super metropolis kind of picture when you imagine Japanese cities. Well, I'm not that Marcus minted New York guy on Instagram who runs like a marathon every morning and only eats shredded chicken. But it's always been a dream of mine to go for a run in another country. Back home, I started running during the lockdowns and COVID because there was like nothing else to do. And I kind of kept it up after the fact. And it's become, like for many people, like kind of therapeutic and a way to center myself, anchor myself. So yeah, when I was planning this trip, I specifically brought a pair of running shoes to force myself to do at least one of these. We're here in Kyoto by the river, and I was biking along it yesterday, and I just knew that I had to run it at least once. So this is my first one. I actually ran further than I thought I was gonna run. I charted it out in Google Maps last night, but there was this guy who was running really fast, pacing me really well. And so I just kind of kept following him, and he led me here. So shout out to that guy. I can't even make this up. The guy that was pacing me, who was running in front of me, who led me here, he stopped a little while ago, and I kept going up to this river fork, and he just came up to me and he complimented me that I was a good runner. What a sweet guy. And we talked about running shoes. I fucking love it here, man. My heart is so full. It's like 7 a.m. and I've already had my monthly dose of serotonin. So God, I'm probably gonna be sore later on because I haven't done shit for the last week, physically speaking. But the pain from this run will totally be worth it. I wanted to show you guys some of the things that I grabbed on my first day in Kyoto. It's a mixture of antiques and, well, I guess it's mainly used things. So I'm in Japan for 3 weeks, and I wanted the trip to feel as fluid and organic as possible while still having a couple like key things that I wanted to do at various points throughout the trip. And the first major thing that I wanted to do was go to one of the flea markets that happens every month in Kyoto at one of the temples. It's called Tenjin-san. I don't remember the name of the temple that it's at, but it's on the 25th of every month, rain or shine. It's like one of the two big antique markets, and I was really, really looking forward to it to get that authentic Japanese flea market experience. It's like Rose Bowl, but in Kyoto. Market opens up at 6:30. I got there at 7, and as I was making my way through temple entrance, kind of like up the main path, looking at the stalls, and it was a lot of food and tchotchkes and souvenirs, kind of like the things that you'd find at your run-of-the-mill temple, selling touristy things and snacks and stuff. And so I didn't feel really confident that I was gonna find anything worthwhile. As soon as that like main stretch ended, I made a right, and I immediately saw the most wonderful booth ever, owned by this old Japanese man whose name is Ishikawa-san. It's cool because obviously I don't speak a lick of Japanese. So whenever I go to a store or to a cafe or a restaurant or whatever, like, I'm very silent. I'm just kind of minding my own place. But in this case, like, it was super early. I've never been to a flea market before. Just kind of rummaging through his bags of things because he hadn't finished setting up yet. And I started picking things out and I started growing a pile. And at a certain point, I think he realized that I was actually interested in buying things and that I was looking for certain things. So he started showing me things specifically as he was, before he started putting them up. And it was really cool. I was at his booth for like 45 minutes to an hour, and I ended up leaving with a stack of wonderful fabrics and rugs. By the time that I had finished up at his stall, all the other vendors had finally finished setting up. It was probably close to like 8 or 8:30 at this point. And so I had a wonderful time going through the flea market. It's a fantastic flea market. If you guys are in Kyoto, definitely check it out. Ceramics, tons of just like fun tchotchkes and tools and paintings. Really, really cool. Really cool. I got a bunch of little fabric swatches with these kofu patterns on them. Beautiful, beautiful. Had a couple more kofu fabrics with similar floral motifs on them. A lot of these things, you just have to appreciate them in person and pick through the bins because they all have such subtle characteristics and colors, and it was an incredibly tactile experience, which I'm really thankful for. A lot of them are dyed with indigo. This one is a resist dyed. This is like a heavier canvas, actually. That was like a lightweight cotton gauze-like fabric. This is a heavier weight canvas with a resist stencil print with a hand-drawn wolf lion thing on top of it. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'm probably gonna put this in like a little picture frame. This one's more of like a rug or a tapestry or something. It's a heavier quilted cotton, all indigo dyed as well, but you can see the variations of indigo as it's faded over time and the distressing. And in this corner, you can see it's kind of green, which is how the indigo activates and matures over time. Sashiko mending details for all the panels, and then it has this arachnid-esque print on it, which I have no idea what it is. If anyone knows what it is, please let me know. This is like a vest that I got from him. Unfortunately, it's too small for me, but I just thought it was so sick. It's another beautiful indigo fabric that has tons of repairs and discolorations and mending done through it, and then the lining is also beautiful. And the back has another floral motif. It fits me like this, long, slim. Not really, it'd be cool if it had a little cinch right here to kind of keep it like this, but it's cool. Might hang it up on a wall or give it as a gift or something, I'm not really sure. And later on in the day when I went vintage shopping, I picked up this number right here. This is a vintage Oshkosh Bagosh. I think they said it was 40s or 50s. Olivey gray denim, blanket lined jacket, sports jacket, work jacket. What really drew me to this was the pocket details, which are these slanted sort of like cup pockets. And this chest pocket right here with the dangly zipper. The blanket lining is unfortunately pretty itchy, but it's very, very warm. So I'll have to make do with it. Vents on the shoulders here and some cinches right here. And it fits me nice and oversized. I can easily layer a hoodie or a crew neck underneath it. It's like I've cuffed up the sleeves because they're a little bit long. And maybe in the nighttime, I'll uncuff them to give it more of an oversized silhouette. But for now, we're just kind of chilling like this.
Later that day.
Boy, do I look gross. 1 sec. This video was brought to you by Strong Zero Apple Flavor. This is my first time having an apple flavored strong zero. I normally only buy the peach ones. The lemon ones taste like shit. I've never had an apple one. We're about to do a mukbang. I think this is a mukbang at least. All right, we're gonna drink this out of a wine glass like classy people. That's so good. Wow, that is so good. Apple flavor gets a thumbs up. I went to Arashiyama earlier today with the hopes of recording some footage because Arashiyama is like my favorite place in Kyoto. I was really unprepared. I was carrying too many things. I was wearing too many layers and it was just too hot and I was hot and bothered and I was just really grumpy the whole afternoon. So no footage, but I did take a bunch of really cool pictures and I've posted them all over my Instagram. So if you're not following me, this is a shameless plug to go and do so. And maybe I'll go back again and do it some justice because Arashiyama is so beautiful and you guys have to visit it when you come to Kyoto, whether it's your first time or not. I think that's gonna wrap it up. Hope you guys enjoy the video. If you guys have any recommendations for me, basically anywhere in Japan, let me know. I'll see if I can fit it into the schedule if it works. And yeah, see you guys in the next one. Peace.